Good evening, everyone. Looks like I'm live. I have too many things here. Good. It looks like I'm live in all the places. Let me know if you're here. I want to make sure I can see comments. And I want to just get all these things up so I can see everybody's comments. Okay. I need to get in my group. For some reason, I've been having trouble finding my own live videos in my group. Okay, I'm going to try to mark this as an announcement so that it's easier to find. Good. I can see the comments. Hooray. I wonder if I could pin it to the top. No. Okay, that's all right. And let me find myself on my public page. I've got some Sage. Whoops, I'm getting pieces of things on my computer. Okay, let me see. I just want to share my live video. Why can't I share? Let me see. Comments. I want to comment as myself. Just bear with me for a minute. How do I do this? I used to be able to change it. All right, I guess I'm just going to share the link. Feel free to share this. For some reason, I'm not able to share it. I don't know what's going on there, but feel free if you're watching from my public page, my business page, feel free to share this. And I'm almost ready. Okay, are you guys able to hear me? Turn off the sound. Springfield, Massachusetts. Ontario, Canada. It's 10 a.m. where you are in Australia, Northern California. So good. It's good to know this works well for Australia. So it's 10 a.m. for you guys. Good to know. Sometimes I get confused about that Australia time zone, and I have a lot of I actually have a lot of practitioners that live in Australia. Okay. Let me find, I lost it. I wanted to find, I just need to be able to see the comments. So where's my video? It's so weird that it's so hard to find my own video in my own group. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so lots of you are joining in all the places. Okay, I think I'm ready. How's everybody doing? We are in a supermoon full moon tonight in Scorpio, I believe. It's also called a pink moon. So a supermoon is when the moon is actually a little bit closer to the earth. So it looks bigger. You guys probably know this, but it looks bigger, but it also astrologically and energetically, my sage is making me choke. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Astrologically and energetically, it is more powerful. I guess we needed a lot of sage, a lot of clearing tonight. Anyway, the energy that it carries is more powerful to support us in releasing. So we're going to be releasing. And before I get started here, I want to invite you to grab a pen and paper, and you're going to want actual paper to write on and something to write with, pen, crayon, pencil, whatever. If you have these things, if you don't have these things, that's okay. You can just join along and receive the healing and the releasing support. But to just take it to that next level, I love to do ritual and I love to work magic. So I'm going to also invite you to bring a crystal. Any crystal's fine. I'm going to use one that's flat on the bottom here that has a point. This is called a generator. But if you have one of these, perfect. Especially if it's clear quartz or any kind of quartz, smoky quartz, rose quartz, amethyst. And then some salt. If you have black salt, which most people don't, but if you happen to have black salt or what's sometimes is called witch's salt, like it's a combination of black salt and some different things, get that, but regular salt is fine. Okay. So pen and paper, a crystal, and some salt. Feel free to grab anything else that you're called to grab. And I'm going to walk us all through a little, I don't want to set my house on fire. Releasing ritual that's going to go along with the energy that I'm going to bring in to support us. And we're already clearing. Look at this sage. Crazy. Okay, good. At one time I actually burned a hole in one of my favorite comforters with a piece of sage in a shell like this because it was going crazy like this. So I don't want to do that. Okay. Good. So grab those things and start thinking about what it is that you want to release if you haven't already. And before we dive in, just really quickly, I want to give you all a reminder because it's not on the registration page or anything, that tomorrow, Tuesday, April 27th, is the last day to get the special pop-up bonus that I announced over the weekend of my advanced crystal class workshop when you register for Sacred Soul Alignment. So this is an advanced class that contains 28 crystal alignments. This is my favorite series. It's really fun and it's also really, really powerful. And above this video or below the video, if you're on YouTube, you can see a list of all of the crystal alignments that are part of this class and the descriptions, the full descriptions there. And I'm going to be using some of those tonight. And you receive that class as a bonus if you register for Sacred Soul Alignment by the end of the day tomorrow. So basically midnight Pacific time tomorrow. In addition to all of the other bonuses that I'm offering, that one is disappearing tomorrow. It's a 2.5 hour recorded class, so it's already created. You'll actually receive it halfway through the certification, so that you will be attuned to the 28 crystal alignments to run for yourself and for other people. And I also teach you in Sacred Soul Alignment how to use the alignments in really fun and powerful ways. Like activating crystals, activating crystal grids, doing things to, this is starting to scare me a little bit, but I guess it's just going to burn itself out. For example, maybe one of the reasons why this is burning so much is that I actually activate all of my sage and Palo Santo with alignments to make the smoke more powerful. So by this smoke, very abundantly running right now, it's actually running with alignments that's making the clearing more powerful. I mean, we must have really needed it tonight because, man, I don't see sage burn like that very often. So I teach you how to do all of that in Sacred Soul Alignment, many different ways of using the alignments. And the Crystal Alignment series in particular is really good for using for those type of things. So you're going to be receiving a few of those today. And I also wanted to share a private link with you guys that has an extended payment plan, a 12-month payment plan. So I've offered a 12-month payment plan the last few times that I have taught this class in the past, and several people knew about it. They know that I normally do that and have asked me about it. So I have shared this is kind of a secret link that I've shared with you guys. That has the 12-month payment plan on it. It's 12 payments of $179. You will only find it on this page. So make sure that you use the link that's above this video, or if you're on YouTube, below the video, to get that 12-month payment plan. Okay, so those were the announcements I wanted to make about the class. So let's dive into the healing. And I'm going to come and start looking at all your comments here in a minute. So I shared a post a couple of days ago that I was going to do this, and I asked you guys what you'd like to release. And so I shared that in my private group, and I've looked at all of the comments, and I brought all of that energy of what you guys have said that you wanted to release into this healing. So I've created a sacred container for this healing. The sacred container is outside of time and space. So it doesn't matter if you're watching me live. You're not obviously in my dining room with me right now. So it's outside of the matrix. So you'll be receiving this healing whenever you come across this. And you can bring in your own intentions, even if you're watching this 5 years from now. So the main themes that were really coming up for what people were commenting on the post were fear. Fear was really the main theme, and that doesn't surprise me at all with what's going on in the world and just the collective energy that we're in. Also, feeling stuck and trapped were some main themes. Also not surprising. And then just a lot of emotions. This supermoon is really making the energy that we're in more potent. So you might be having trouble sleeping. You might have a lot of emotions coming up. That often happens for me around full moons. And this full moon is even more powerful because it's a super moon. And there's also some things about the astrology of this moon that are making it more challenging. So if you want to dive deeper into that, you can just Google that. And I follow a few astrologers that I love to learn from. And I was reading about that earlier today. Things that are creating more internal conflict for us right now that are part of the astrology that we're experiencing in this moment of this full moon. So we're going to be, I've already got energy, actually it's already running, that is around those main themes and around what you all shared on that post in my group. So I'm going to invite you also to write this stuff down for yourself as we go into this process. And then I'm going to give you some instructions of what to do with that paper at the end. And you can do this later on your own as well. And I'm going to invite you to share what you're releasing as we move into that part of this ritual, I guess you can call it, tonight. And I'm going to bring in energy and alignments that are going to support what you're sharing that you're releasing. So depending on the number of comments that I get, I'll be guided which ones to really bring the energy in to support. And sharing just helps take it to that next level. Sharing something and then also writing it down. So I invite you to do one or both of those things, whether you want to share publicly or not. You can just write it down. But if you share, then I'm more likely to be able to bring in energy specifically for supporting what you are bringing in. So I just want to get us connected here. Just a reminder that by joining me and listening to me, that you are giving me permission to connect to your higher self for the purpose of sending in the healing. And I'm going to bring, I have my crystal bowl. I shared this the other day. This is a super special crystal bowl that I got in Mount Shasta. So I'm going to be bringing this in when I'm doing the releasing part, when I'm not talking a lot, because the sound of the bowl competes with the sound of my voice. But just a little bit about this bowl. This is called a yagna. It's an Indian yagna bowl, and it has a couple of special qualities about it. So that really is going to take the releasing even more to the next level. So the gray streaky parts that you can see here in the bowl, those are ashes from sacred Hindu ceremonies around the world called yagna ceremonies. So that energy behind all of that those sacred ceremonies and the releasing energy there is present in the sound of this bowl. And then it's also got like a purple, this is the indium, it's bonded with indium. And that's the purple kind of sheen that you can see there. So this is one of my favorite tools to use, and I don't always bring it out because the sound part is tricky, but I'm not going to be talking a whole lot, hopefully, during the releasing part. So I'm going to play the bowl a little bit for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to guide us into just a connection, and then you can start sharing what you're releasing. You may have already started sharing. I'm not looking at the comments right now, but I'll look at those in a minute. So go ahead and just drop down into your heart, just giving yourself permission to be fully present in this now moment, just for the next 20 or 30 minutes. Just closing your eyes, and you can place your hand on your heart if that feels right to you, to help you connect in with your heart. Good. And just beginning to breathe as if you can breathe from your heart. Bringing your awareness to the beautiful pink light that surrounds you. This is the pink light of compassion. This is one of the highest frequencies that we have available to us, and it's one of the building blocks of creation. So when we're in the energy of compassion, it actually helps us not only elevate our frequency, but it helps us in co-creation, co-creating the life that we desire. So just allow yourself to breathe that pink light in through your heart, allowing that light to fill your heart space, expanding your heart. From your expanded heart space, sending a beam of light straight down, going down through your body, down your legs and out your feet, going into your Earth Star chakra, going down through all the layers of the earth, all the way into the crystalline core, the heart chakra of Gaia. Gaia is the ascended aspect of our earth, of our planet. So when we're connecting into Gaia, we're connecting into the higher frequency of Gaia, sort of like connecting to our own higher self. So we're connecting into the high energy of Gaia without the trauma that the earth holds. Good. Anchoring the beam of light from your heart into the heart of Gaia and just feeling that heart to heart connection. Good. And just begin drawing up that beautiful golden light there, pulling that light all the way up. Through all the layers of the earth, into your Earth Star chakra, up into your feet and up your legs, and allowing this light to cleanse, purify, and prepare all of your chakras as it travels up into your root, your sacral, your navel, your solar plexus, up into your heart, expanding your heart. And just witness as this beautiful golden light merges with the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful rose gold light. And allow this rose gold light to expand your heart even more. Good. From your expanded heart space, sending a beam of light straight up, pulling that rose gold light up into your high heart, into your throat, your third eye, up into your crown, bringing that light up into your soul star chakra about 12 inches above your head, and sending that light up, 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 connecting in with your higher self, just through your intention. Good. Connecting heart to heart and consciousness to consciousness with your own higher self or divine aspect. Continue sending that beam of light up and out beyond the universe, beyond the multiverse, as far as it can travel until it reaches the beautiful iridescent light of the heart of creation. Good. Anchor this beam of light here into the heart of creation. This is the energy of all that is. Pure source energy, pure creation energy. This is where all potential and possibility exist. Feeling that heart to heart connection here between your heart and the heart of Creator, the heart of Source. Begin drawing down that beautiful iridescent light. Drawing this light all the way down into your soul star chakra, your crown, your third eye, into your throat, your high heart, and flowing into your heart. Good. See this iridescent light merging with the golden light from Gaia and the pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold light. Good. Allow this iridescent rose gold light to expand, filling every cell of your body. Expanding out from your physical body, 12 feet out in all directions. Creating a beautiful ball of iridescent rose gold light that you are in the center of. And as we move through this entire ceremony, I invite you to consciously breathe in this iridescent rose gold light in through your heart And as you are exhaling, just envision exhaling whatever it is that you're releasing. So exhaling fear, and just witness or imagine as you exhale that fear and it's just dissolved by the beautiful iridescent rose gold light that you're surrounded by. Good. So now I'm just going to bring in a couple of alignments here to really get the energy going, and I'm going to activate the sacred light vortex. And I'm going to bring in the alignment Luna. This really helps connect us to the energies of the moon and amplifies our intentions around moon energy. I'm going to bring in an alignment called Highest Intentions. This is an incredible alignment to use with any intention. So right now we're using it for releasing, but it's one of my favorite alignments to use when I'm manifesting something or co-creating, because it amplifies our intentions and sends the signal of that out into the universe. So bringing in Highest Intentions. And I'm also going to bring in the alignment Miracles. So really calling in that energy of miracles, which we're all in every day, every second, all the time, but really amplifying that. I'm going to bring in the alignment Fear, because this was one of the main themes. So helping us to release fear. So calling all of those in now in divine love and light. Thank you. Good. I'm going to bring in a few emotion series of alignments to really help us get started with the releasing emotions in addition to fear. So I'm going to bring in guilt and shame release, hopelessness release, confusion and overwhelm, and grief and sorrow. And I'm going to also bring in the emotional body alignment to help take that to a deeper level. So calling all of that in now into divine love and light. Good. So just allow your emotions to begin to come up, and I invite you to share what it is that you're releasing if you feel comfortable with that. And as I'm going to give about 10 minutes here, and I'm going to play the bowl, and I'm going to bring in other alignments to help support the other energies that we're releasing. So just go ahead and continue writing on your paper. Okay, releasing poverty. So I'm going to bring in the poverty and struggling disconnect alignment. I'm going to bring in the addiction release alignment. Good, and I'm just mostly going to say the name. A lot of these are self-explanatory. I'm going to bring in releasing attachment to others' emotions and expectations. I'm going to bring in love yourself fully, releasing unworthiness beliefs. Good. Really powerful energies running right now. You guys probably can feel that. I'm going to bring in comparison is the thief of joy, and visibility. Good. So there's a lot of energy running. Just know that you're receiving what is optimal for you to receive in this moment. Good, Karen. Good. A lot of you guys, what you've typed, I've already brought in, which always happens. Beautiful. I'm seeing all of you. I'm seeing all of your comments. I witness you. Thank you for sharing all of this. Releasing my troubles with receiving. I'm going to bring in the divine feminine alignment that helps open up our channels of receiving. Bringing in struggle and suffering disconnect. Fear and confusion over what is real and what is not. Very, very good. And there's energies that are running, alignments that are running to address that already. Insomnia. So I'm going to bring in the brain balancing alignment. And that helps with anxiety too. Releasing fear of finding my soulmate. So what I'm hearing to bring in for that is releasing romantic oath, vows, and contracts. I think I have the title a little bit off there, but releasing romantic oath, vows, and contracts. Calling that in. Oh, good, Bobby Joe. Good. I'm seeing all of your comments. I'm not saying them all, but I'm reading all of them and bringing that energy in. Good. A plant medicine healing center. I love it. Feels like there's some karmic oath, vows, and contracts, Jillian, around that. I'm going to bring in the karmic oath, vows, and contracts release alignment. I'm also hearing to bring in activating your ability to heal the self and others. Releasing body pain. So I'm going to bring in a brand new alignment. It's called pain relief. I'm going to bring that in combination with the nervous system. So calling those in now into my Divine Light. Whew. And let's see who said that. Kelly, if you haven't watched the hot seat healing that I did the other day, it's in the guide section under Liberate Your Inner Healer. I went deeper on that. Fears and procrastination, going back to work. So I'm going to bring in the procrastination alignment and the self-sabotage alignment. Good. Procrastination, uncertainty, doubt, negative emotions, illness. Beautiful, Douglas. Parts of the veil that hides me from the world has melted. All the fears that come with chronic illness. I have so many alignments for health. Frustration, sadness, hurt over things I cannot control. Releasing pain and inflammation from my body. Good, Hazel. I'm going to bring in the flesh activation. Ooh, whew. Scarcity, fear, unworthiness. People. things. Overthinking. I'm going to bring in the mental body alignment along with clarity. Whew, good. Grief with the loss of my children and grandchildren. So grief and sorrow alignment is running for you, Lorraine. Ooh, beautiful. Makes the ruby vibrate in my left hand. That's your receiving side, Douglas. So anger is coming up in the collective really strongly right now. So if you're feeling anger, just let that come up. If you're feeling a lot of emotion, just notice where you're feeling that emotion in your body. My heart feels warm and light. I love it. Releasing what keeps me from standing up for myself. That's a really good one, Stan. Releasing loneliness, avoiding people. I think so many of us can relate to that right now. We've all been stuck at home, or many of us have been stuck at home for over a year now. And sometimes it feels like going out and interacting with people in person. It's kind of like sometimes I feel like I've forgotten how to do that because I'm so used to being alone in my house with my daughter. Heaviness in my lungs and throat. So I'm going to bring in the throat chakra and the heart chakra alignment, and I'm going to bring in claiming my voice. Oh, good. Okay. Self-doubt, beautiful. Can you receive this healing for another person? That's a really good question. So I teach that it is only in integrity to receive the healing for, you can receive it for someone else with their permission, but only for your children under the age of about 18, kind of adult, when they cross into that adult realm. You can receive the energy for them without needing their permission. That's my take on it. Some people prefer to ask their children for permission. So whatever relationship you have there. And with someone else's permission. So say you told your sister about this and she's like, I want the healing. You can accept it for someone else with their permission. What I have to say about that is it's going to be, for most cases, it's going to be stronger, more fully received if they come and listen themselves. But that's a really good question. Releasing laziness and lack of motivation. So I want to bring in the self-sabotage and fear alignment together in combination with each other. Good. So one of the things about alignments, I think there's almost 400 of them now, but there's about 150, almost 200 with the bonuses that are good for the next couple of days. So that's a lot of alignments already to start with. But we have an infinite number of energies that we can work with by combining them. And I call that a cocktail. So I talked about this, one of these live streams. And I think of it as painting with a palette of, say, 400 or 200 or 150 different colors of paint. We can create an infinite number and range of colors by combining the paint. So it's the same way with energy. So, just I forgot what I just brought in. I think it was self-sabotage and fear. So I was feeling that the root there of that self-sabotage was fear. So I brought those in together so we can just really make, an infinite amount of different types of healing, different types of energies with this palette of alignments, this energetic palette. Morphia, rare non-curable autoimmune disorder. So I'm going to bring in the lymphatic and immune system. I'm not familiar with this particular diagnosis, but I'm going to bring in the lymphatic and immune system. Dense energy in the body, dense energy in the home. So I'm going to bring in an alignment called Cleanse and Protect that clears all of that in our homes and our environment. The bowl, and actually the sage that I was burning at the beginning was activated with that. And the bowl is helping with that. Releasing cataract. So what I'm hearing is to send in seeing with your third eye. So sending that in now, releasing glaucoma. So some eye issues. Itching and tingling and vibrating definitely is a sign of releasing. Bad gut health. Lindy, I think you were on the hot seats healing. We did a lot of work on the digestive system there. Good. So just really finishing up what you're writing on your paper. You can also accept the healing for your animals, yes. I can't stop crying. So powerful. What a beautiful releasing you're having there. Feeling hot, that's a sign of releasing. Yawning. So the yawning is, so we all use our breath to process healing. But I actually have an attunement that I give in my Sacred Soul Alignment certification called the Breath of Peace. And this helps to amplify our bodies and the ability of our breath to transfer and process a healing. So that's one reason why you see me yawning a lot, or if any other Sacred Soul Alignment practitioner, you're going to see most likely they'll yawn a lot and sigh when they're doing healing work, because the breath is helping to amplify that. Beautiful. Seeing blowing a dandelion in the mind and the fears floating away on the wind. Oh, good. Okay. So this is feeling like it's coming to completion here. Good. So now what I'd like to invite you to do, if you have the paper and the pen and the salt, is yeah, we do bring in breath work in Sacred Soul Alignment program. I don't go deep into it. It's an attunement that kind of automatically gives us that ability. It's really quite amazing. And it's actually a really good measurement as well when you're attuned to this of when a healing is complete. If you can't get a deep breath when you're tuned to the breath of peace, if you're unable to get a deep breath when you're doing healing work, it's an indication that the healing is not complete. So it's a really, really useful and powerful tool. This definitely will continue to work for a while. You can come back and watch the replay. My camera looks like it's blurry. That's weird. Okay, I think I'm back. Maybe not. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so now take your piece of paper that you wrote your stuff on, if you did, and your salt. And you don't need a lot of salt, but what I invite you to do is take your paper and sprinkle some salt on the paper. So I just want to say that, well, I'll say it at the end. So sprinkle some salt on your paper, and then you want to fold your paper away from you because you're getting rid of these things, right? If we were manifesting, we'd fold it towards us, but you want to fold it away from you. Salt on the inside, and then turn it around, fold it again away from you, and then turn it around one more time and fold it once again away from you. Okay, and then I'm going to invite you, if you can, to place it outside. If you can't place it outside, place it in a windowsill or somewhere near the outside, near a window. Best is outside, but also some of us don't have access to that, so you can place it on a windowsill. And then place your crystal on top of it. Now, when I'm working with crystals, I like to ask the crystal permission. So just kind of tune in with your crystal and ask it permission to help you release what it is that you're releasing, and just feel the answer. It's very rare that I get a no from a crystal, but it's just kind of a feeling. Like if I feel a lot of like apprehension or like kind of jolt in my body, those are kind of the signs for me that, or I might hear an audible, hear no, but that doesn't happen very often. Crystals are mostly wanting to help us. Maybe this crystal might have a different job in mind. So, but just, I like to ask them permission. They're living beings. And then I invite you to take this paper. If it's raining where you are, try to put it somewhere that it's not going to get rained on. But if it does get rained on, that's okay. It's raining here in Seattle. Stan, you got to know. So you can grab another crystal. And then place it outside. So the full moon is, I don't know what time. Let me see, I can look. Where I'm at in Seattle, the full moon is right now. It's 100%. I didn't plan that at all. That's interesting. Okay. So it's right now. Wherever you are, whatever time it is for you, if you're watching me live, but really the energy is here, even if you're watching later. And really kind of the rule of thumb around moon energy is 24 hours on either side of the moment of the moon. Okay, I keep distracting myself. So place this outside for 3 nights. And then when you're done, after 3 nights, I mean, this is, it's all about our intention. So if you forget about it, but the basic rule of thumb is place it outside for 3 nights. And then you can bring the crystal inside and cleanse it with what my favorite way to cleanse is with alignments, but you can cleanse it with, I also like water with a couple of drops of frankincense oil. You can put it in some salt. If you put it in water, make sure that it's not too soft of a crystal. I think the MOH hardness of 6. I'm not sure about that. Might be 5. Anyway, you can look it up online. there's many different ways of clearing crystals, but I like to clear crystal after it's helped me with a job like this. And then what I would recommend doing with the paper is to burn it. So if you can't burn it, you can tear it up in little pieces and throw it away. If it's, you know, not toxic to the environment, you can bury it. My favorite way to do it is to burn it. And there's just something very, very powerful about fire. So if you've never done a releasing ceremony with burning the paper, I just really invite you to do that because it's just a whole nother layer of releasing. So after that 3 days, burn it if you can. And then let me know what it feels like to you. Let me know how you feel right now, and then let me know again how you feel in 3 days. So today's Monday if you're watching live, Monday in the United States. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So Thursday, if you're in the United States following along with me live, let me know how you're feeling. You can come back to this video and share your experience. I would love to hear about it. You can clear with selenite too. Yes, there's many different ways of clearing crystals. We actually talked about this in one of the Q&As. I think it was the first night of the masterclass last week. You can go and watch that. It's in the guide section if you're in my group under Liberate Your Inner Healer. It's Q&A 1. We talked a lot about crystals. So for manifesting, you want basically the same thing. And fold the paper towards you. So what I wanted to say about magical work is, beautiful Doris, I just want to give credit to where I have learned so much. I've done magic work for a long time. But in the last couple of years, I have learned so much about ritual and magical work and tools and using herbs and candles and amazing things. In fact, I learned this salt thing from Karina Del Pezzo. She is an incredible teacher and she has a really amazing group called Incantations, and she has a website, incantations.co, that she's got. I get most of my crystals from her. I got this crystal right here from her. This is my Sacred Soul Alignment crystal. Whenever I'm doing anything that has to do with the certification, I have this with me. Anyway, I like to give credit where credit is due, and I've learned so much from Karina. So if you're into this kind of thing, check out her group. Okay. Does it make the release stronger by waiting 3 days? You don't have to wait 3 days. You can burn it now, tonight, if you would like to. The reason why behind, from my viewpoint, the reason behind the waiting the 3 days is it kind of gives the energy some time to gather, and the crystal is helping with that in that time. But you can go and burn it right now. Dropped my clear quartz pendulum and the tip broke off. Does that affect my pendulum's power? So I feel like that's going to be kind of unique to each pendulum. It could mean that your pendulum is done with its job. I do have a couple of pendulums that the tips are broke off that I still use. So just feel if you feel like you're getting correct answers from it. Okay, I just want to look here at the rest of the comments, and then we're going to anchor this in. Thank you, Hazel. So her link, I'd have to actually go off of this. I'll come back and put the link to her group, but it's the group is Incantations. Good. A lot of people joined me. I think we had about 300 people with in all the places. And then a lot of people will be watching the replay. So let's anchor this in, anchoring all of this energy that came through for everyone here. Huge release. I feel so much lighter myself. Anchoring this into our hearts and our higher hearts, into our minds and our higher minds. into every cell of our bodies, into all of our subtle bodies, into our earth star chakras, into the heart of Gaia, into our soul grids, and into the 12th dimensional grid system. Perfect timing. My daughter's coming in right now. Good. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. This was really fun. I love doing these kind of ritual things. And just one last reminder, in case you joined me in the middle, that the crystal class, the advanced crystal class workshop with 28, and I didn't run any of those, darn it. I meant to. Okay, I'm going to run black tourmaline, but because that's going to help ground all of this in, I'm going to run black tourmaline now. Divine love and light, thank you. Good, but you can see the description of all of the alignments that you would get attuned to in that advanced class, and that's a bonus. There's 28 of them. It's my favorite series, and you receive that as a bonus if you sign up for Sacred Soul Alignment by tomorrow night, Tuesday, April 27th. And then I also have a secret link that includes a 12-month payment plan. So people know that I've offered that before. I asked my team to add that to this page. So I'm not sure if I'm going to bring that out publicly or not, but I wanted to share it with those of you who are here. And you can find that link above this video if you are on Facebook, and below the video if you're on YouTube, in the description. The replay is right here, exactly where you're watching me from. You can share this link. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching from YouTube, you can share it with anybody. If you're on my public page, you can just click the share button. And if you're in the Facebook group, that link is not shareable to anyone outside of the group. It's a private group, so you have to be in the group to watch that. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're complete, you guys. Thank you for joining me. This was fun. And thank you for letting me play my bowl. And I think I'm seeing all the comments in all the places. No, if you had a hard time breathing, that just most of the time that's going to indicate some deep, what I feel like it is for you, Robin, with some deep grief getting cleared. You can come back and watch again and receive the healing again. Good. And I'll get Karina's her group really quick before I forget, and put it in the comments here. So that is on my public page. Putting it in YouTube. I don't know if it'll show up after we're done, but it's incantations.co is her website, and her group is called Incantations. I'm putting the link in. There's one more place to put it. Oh, I did it in there. Okay. All right, I think I've got it everywhere. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I will definitely be popping in here all week, and I have a couple of special things coming up that you'll see me talking about. Looking forward to that. And 3 days from now, if you're in the US, would be Thursday. Yes, to burn the paper. All right, that is it. Have a good night or day wherever you're at, and I'll see you guys next time. Much love, and bye for now.